Okay, welcome to ETN News. We're looking at the earthquakes first. Got a few things we're going to be looking at, and you can see how they are in Hawaii. And these are mostly small quakes. But we got a 3.7, 1.0 miles deep, and a 3.0, 0.7 miles deep. That's right at the surface. That's not good. Alright, let's go on over. Check Alaska. Still got a little bit backing up. It's not all released. And down here, we got activity around Mount Hood. 2 or 3 small quakes. And we got activity around Mount St. Helens. Let's see if we can get a closer look on this. Okay, Mount Rainier, Mount St. Helens, it is north west from there. Okay, now this fault line, it comes down through here. You can see it goes to Mount Rainier, and it goes on down, just keeps on going. Mount Hood, activity. Alright, right here, wouldn't it make sense that when it gets to Mount Rainier, it forks off and goes both directions. And this one just comes right on down. But this one here goes down through here also. It has to. It has to be a main fault right here for the volcano to be erupting. I know it's on the ring of fire, but still it's a fault line. Okay, it's going down through here. 0.5 and a 0.6 on the Long Valley Caldera. Got activity around Ridgecrest. And up here is where they're doing the drilling at. Alright, down here around Salton City, southwest of Salton City, California, that's 3.0. We've been getting quite a bit of activity down here. Now, we talked about before about this activity coming down the San Andreas, and it goes to the Brawley seismic zone on down here. Well, it's not coming down this way, most of it. Most of it has been coming down through here for quite a few years now, right down to San Jacinto. So that would mean that this fault has opened up just as big as the San Andreas on this side. Or it would not be forking off and coming down this way without going down the main fault. And over here, this one's, around Tacoma, California, at 1.6. You see, all this matches in, and it could be from the Garlock fault, or it could have come off of one of these faults, but it's not showing a fault line right here in this area. Okay, we got one more. Over here around the New Madrid. Oh yeah, there it is. 2.1 southeast of Marston, Missouri, 6.0 miles deep. Now let's go over here. Look at this. I think we got another large quake coming. Right here is one of the signs. This is right on the Cascadia 1.5. And that's out from Oregon. And it's out in the ocean. In between the main faults, it's on the Cascadia. That's one of the signs. This activity wave we're getting built up. And it started to calm down. Let's look at the 2.5s and greater. Okay, it started to calm down on the earthquake activity. You got a lot of 2.4s and stuff, almost 2.5s. I think they downgrade them anyway. But anyway, here's the 3.0 we had, and 3.0 south of White City, New Mexico. Now let's look at something here. This is the North American. And you got the Craton that comes around. Let's look at this. Here's the Craton. North American Craton, and you can see how it comes down and right under New Mexico, so far down. Now let's look at the earthquakes. Where we've been getting the earthquakes. Alright, now these here are right under the Craton. This one, I don't know. That one should be on it. Let's look at this again. Okay, we got this dip. It's right here. Okay, that one may be right at the edge of the Craton. Now let's go back 7 days and see what we got. Alright, we got all this coming up into Oklahoma, over toward the New Major, Arkansas, places like that, and Georgia, northern Georgia. Got this one up here near New York, 2.2, 2.8 in Maine, and a 2.8 Wormstown, Canada. And we had this one right up here in the Great Lakes. Now, when you go to fracking, it doesn't hurt if it's done right. If it's just so far down until they hit the first spot that they need. But then when they get to where they want to stay in one spot, instead of expanding it and making 3 or 4 small areas to do it, they just want to go deeper. Save a lot of money. Just go deeper. You got the Craton. Now, ain't this on the Craton? You can see the Craton all the way up through Canada, all the way up a little bit of Greenland. So, you know, that's a solid rock. Now, here's what we got on this. Alright, it says fracking or hydraulic fracking is a drilling technique that involves forcing a pressurized liquid into a wellbore to fracture bedrock formations and extract natural gases, oil, and other resources. The process involves drilling a mile or more below the surface, then gradually turning the drill horizontally and continuing for several thousand feet. A mixture of water, sand, and chemicals is then injected into the wellbore, causing the rock to crack and release the desired resources. The sand remains in the fractures, helping to improve the flow of natural gas, petroleum, and brine. Now, that's a lot of health risks to this too. But if it's done right, it's not that bad. You get greedy, you want to do it all in one area, you want to crack the Craton. If you crack this Craton, I don't care how they look at it, if it cracks through here, or up through here, down, all the way down, going, Oklahoma and going up, if it cracks, that would be the largest earthquake that's ever recorded in history, and it would destroy America. North America. It would destroy it. There wouldn't be nothing left. All the mountains would come down. And when you drill a hole here, and you drill up here, then you go on up and drill some more. It's like connecting the dots. You ever worked one of those puzzles or drawings? You connect the dots. And when you connect the dots, it could crack. You could see the pattern that I'm talking about. All right, now these holes, they just keep going, and when they go with all these earthquakes and they connect to each other and hit each weak spot, this Craton will have to crack. And then what? It'll shake the other countries. It'll be so bad. All the mountains will come down. There's no way of stopping that. All right, over here on 2.5s and greater, for Alaska, small ones, got one north of Russia, 4.7. That's an odd area. 6.2 miles deep. 330.9 miles deep, a 4.2, still going on. 4.3, 359 miles deep. And I'm expecting another large quake, starting at the Cascadia coming down. So watch for that quake. Expecting it at least the next 3 to 5 days. Well, from now until 5 days, start watching, because yesterday it was built up pretty bad. Go back 7 days, and that's a mess. But yesterday, like I said, it's pretty bad. And you can tell how it's backing up now. Backing up here, all the way up through here, and into Alaska. And we got these deep quakes again over here around Fiji. Starting at the Cascadia, 6.0 or greater, next 3 to 5 days. Watch for that earthquake. Alright, I'll see you on the next updates. And, remember, I'm not saying it's going to hit the Cascadia. The tectonic plates, North American's pushing against Pacific, Pacific's pushing against this side. When this is pushing against this, we see the stress, we see the build up and the back up. And if it doesn't release over here and it moves on this side's the one that gets the quake. You always got to watch both sides. Just always try to be prepared the best way you can. Now, Canada earthquakes. Got a lot of shaking going on up in here. Reported shaking 40 minutes ago. 6 minutes ago reported shaking. All the way up to Vancouver. And we got the activity going all the way down to Mount Hood. There's the small one, 1.5 off the coast of Oregon. I don't like the way that pattern is either. Okay, here's the storms. Now this storm here is Debbie. It's 50 mile per hour. Tropical storm. It never turned into a hurricane. Glad of that, but that's a huge storm. 50 mile per hour. Now right here, yeah, there it is. Like we were saying yesterday or the day before, it's a chance of turning into a hurricane. And 85 mile per hour, category 1 hurricane by Monday at 2 a.m. And by the time it hits land, it's going to be a category 1 hurricane at 75 mile per hour. Now that don't mean that's what it's going to be. It could be a lot larger hurricane. We still got a little ways to go. Winds could change direction or anything. Alright, this one over here. 90% chance, 7 days. 40% chance in 7 days. And Carlotta, I guess that's what they call it. 70 mile per hour tropical storm. And Daniel, 40 mile per hour tropical storm. You notice how this is curvy, goes around and curves back, and then it shoots back that way. It's going right up into that one. We got 2 here going into each other. Okay, this one here. Let's back this up, see if we got anything else going on. Okay, we got 4 over here. Low chance, low chance, low chance, and low chance. So let's go back over here on this side. Look at this. Okay, this is August the 4th at 5:22 a.m. And let's see where it goes. Let's see what it comes up to. Okay, it's at 5 p.m. on August the 4th now. So we'll know exactly when this thing is going to hit the land. What a storm it's bringing with it. That is a lot of rain. Okay, it's going to hit land at 12 p.m. on August the 5th. It's supposed to go right up through Georgia and then go around and bear back right into North Carolina and South Carolina. Well, South Carolina, it's going to hit North Carolina. It's coming right up straight up toward us. I hope we don't get no big heavy rains. We're not used to that. Be flooding out. It's pouring the rain now, but it's still droughting. And even though it's pouring the rain, we're still not normal at all. You can tell that by the anomalies on the fire map. Anyway, I'll see you all on the next updates. Everybody stay safe. Watch for that earthquake. It could build into a 7+ because it's just too much activity, too much backing up in North America, all the way up into Alaska. It's just too much backing up. So it's possible that we could see another 7+, but at least a 6.0 or greater. If you live on the main fault line or major faults, just be prepared just in case if it does hit your area. It's like these storms that come across. They'll say, well, this county is, warning for a tornado or something when it's not right now. Just example. But a warning for a tornado or something, that don't mean it's going to hit your town. I mean, you got the whole county, hundreds of miles each way. You don't know exactly where it's going to hit. Just like on the earthquake, you don't know exactly where it's going to hit. It could junction off and go toward the east. It can junction off and go over toward South America, or it could go on around. Or if it don't do any at all, then it would be larger than a 6.0 if it hit the Cascadia, because it hasn't had time to release pressure as it goes. Loses magnitude. Alright, I'll see you next time. Everybody stay safe.